Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that is both incredibly important and highly debated. Climate change. Is climate change real? What's causing it? And what can we do about it? Let's explore the facts, the science, and the impact of climate change on our planet. To understand whether climate change is real, we first need to define what it is. Climate change refers to significant changes in global temperatures and weather patterns over time. While climate change is a natural phenomenon, scientific evidence shows that the current trends of climate change are largely driven by human activities. The overwhelming consensus among scientists is that climate change is real and that human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial processes, are the primary drivers. These activities release large amounts of greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide (CO2), methane (CH4), and nitrous oxide (N2O), into the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere, creating the greenhouse effect. This effect is necessary for life on Earth, as it keeps our planet warm enough to sustain life. However, an excess of these gases leads to an increase in global temperatures, a phenomenon commonly referred to as global warming. The evidence supporting the reality of climate change is extensive and compelling. According to NASA and NOAA, the average global temperature has increased by about 1.2 degrees Celsius, 2.2 degrees Fahrenheit, since the late 19th century. With most of the warming occurring in the past 35 years, the polar ice caps and glaciers worldwide are melting at alarming rates. The Arctic sea ice extent has declined significantly, and Greenland and Antarctica are losing ice mass. As ice melts and ocean temperatures rise, sea levels are increasing. This rise threatens coastal communities and ecosystems. There has been an increase in the frequency and severity of extreme weather events, such as hurricanes, heat waves, droughts, and heavy rainfall. These events are consistent with climate change predictions. The world's oceans absorb about 30% of the CO2 released into the atmosphere. This absorption leads to ocean acidification, which harms marine life, particularly organisms with calcium carbonate shells and skeletons. While natural factors can influence the climate, the current trends cannot be explained without considering human impact. The Industrial Revolution marked the beginning of significant increases in CO2 levels due to the widespread use of fossil fuels. Deforestation and land use changes have further exacerbated the problem. By reducing the Earth's capacity to absorb CO2, scientific studies, including those by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change and IPCC, have consistently shown that human activities are the dominant cause of the observed warming since the mid-20th century. Despite the overwhelming evidence, some myths and misconceptions about climate change persist. Let's address a few common ones. While the Earth has experienced natural climate cycles in the past, the current rate and extent of warming are unprecedented and cannot be explained by natural factors alone. Weather and climate are different. Weather refers to short-term atmospheric conditions, while climate is the long-term average of weather patterns. A cold day doesn't disprove global warming. It's the long-term trends that matter. Even though CO2 makes up a small percentage of the atmosphere, it has a significant impact on the Earth's energy balance. Small changes in CO2 levels can lead to substantial changes in global temperatures. If we fail to address climate change, the consequences will be severe. Here are a few potential impacts. Many species may become extinct as their habitats are altered or destroyed by climate change. Changes in temperature and precipitation patterns can disrupt agriculture and water supplies, leading to food and water shortages. Increased heat waves, the spread of diseases, and poor air quality can pose significant health risks to humans. The economic impact of climate change includes damage to infrastructure, increased healthcare costs, and reduced agricultural productivity. While the challenge is immense, there are steps we can take to mitigate climate change. Transitioning to renewable energy sources, improving energy efficiency, and adopting sustainable practices can help reduce emissions. Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere. Protecting and restoring forests can help mitigate climate change. Sustainable farming practices can reduce emissions and improve the resilience of food systems. Advocating for and supporting policies that address climate change at local, national, and global levels is crucial. In conclusion, the evidence is clear. Climate change is real, and human activities are the primary cause. The consequences of inaction are too great to ignore. But by taking collective action, we can mitigate the impact and build a more sustainable future. Thank you for joining us on this important exploration of climate change. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more content.